Well, we're talking about transition. It's one of my favorite subjects the last number of years because I have been going through one myself, and it's a very real thing. And I've really been striving to understand more about how this works because I want to help other people just like you who are experiencing this. So we've talked a little bit about the first stage, which is discontent. It's that awareness that there's something more, and you're drawn to it, and you're not necessarily happy with where you are, and you begin to give yourself permission to move towards something that maybe is unknown right now, but you begin moving toward it. Second stage, disconnect. Painful sometimes, difficult, challenging, both emotionally and practically, because it requires us to sever ties. It requires us to cut things loose. It requires us to lay things down in order that we might have the bandwidth and the space to come into new awarenesses, new relationships, new assets, new resources. Disconnect's not fun, but it's so necessary. Today, I want to talk to you about the third stage of the transition process, and that is what I call reconnaissance. Now, reconnaissance is a military term, and it has to do with we're gonna send you in to the area where the new thing might be, and we're gonna have you do some looking. We're gonna have you taking some copious notes, maybe shooting a little bit of video and doing a little bit of research and looking into the possibilities. And you come back with this incredible scope of data and possibilities and information. It doesn't mean you've settled on anything yet, but you've gathered information. You're saying, okay, I'm going to open my heart, open my mind. I'm going to actually look into what are some things that might be waiting for me on the other side, on the horizon over here, and how can I maybe step into those things? So reconnaissance is that part of the process that really is kind of fun. It's kind of exciting because we're considering what might be. We're considering what could be. We're looking at money. We're looking at relationships. We're looking at connections. We're looking at possibly new venues. We're looking at maybe shifting everything from one model to another model. We're just looking at everything. It's kind of that phase where you put it all in writing and you lay it all out, and then you pray around that if that's what you do, and you consider the pros and the cons. You do some Benjamin Franklin's and all this type of thing. But you're doing the research, you're doing the due diligence, you're doing the seeking out to understand what is it that God has already predestined for me to step into. And then as you begin to whittle away at all of the data, you find yourself coming down into a really awesome focus, and you say, that's it. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm landing. That's what I'm doing. And this is where I'm going to spend the next season of my life. That reconnaissance process is really powerful. And here's the big danger in the reconnaissance process. The big danger is that you limit your perspective. It's that you put a filter on what is possible. We all do this. I won't say many, we all do this to some degree because our limiting beliefs, the things that we have done in the past, sometimes our past becomes a filter for what we can perceive as possible in the future. So as you are going through the reconnaissance or the discovery process, my great encouragement to you is this: take the filters off. Don't put any kind of a grid over what you see as being possible. Just take it all in, write it all out, take it all down. And then we'll work through some of the minutia of the belief systems as we go along here. But right now, just throw your head back, dream freely. Take the limits off and allow your creator, your designer, to show you a picture you've never seen, to show you a landscape you've never discovered, to help you see that there may be new places, new territories, new things you can step into where you can be an influencer and a world changer and make a huge difference in people's lives. Reconnaissance. It's stage 3. It's powerful, it's fun, and it's, again, a very necessary part of this overall transition process.